Oh. Oh crap, what the hell happened now? Oh my god, I'm so stupid! In my head I'm like, why is the gun not firing? Why is the gun... It's on safety. I'm an idiot. That's a good safety too. I love Nerf guns. Never gets old. That's beautiful. Okay, so last time we were doing this, we were working up on this base.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Continue building the bases.
Captain, all systems online.
Some Reddit videos. Oh, yeah. Choosing beggars, you fed your kids, so selfish.
We can't wait forever. Spices made for natural cheese sauce, only at Taco Bell.
My mom.
Whether spoken with an O or sealed with a you.
My family and I are in Tel Aviv, and we didn't accommodate any hotel or hostel as it's too expensive. Anyone here can let us stay at their house for a couple of nights, $50 a night, and...
Hi, I'm an ignorant piece of crap. I am not really that smart, and I am too lazy to pay for a hotel. Please, let me quarter myself in your house like the British troops did in 1776.
you need to cook...
Also, okay, I want to live in your house, $50 per, $50 per night. I will also, yeah, you're not gonna believe this, I will also need you to cook for me. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I can't tell if this is more choosing beggar. I expect you to pay for my family. Or if this is more entitled parents. To be honest, having my 5 precious children stay at your house is a privilege. My children are all angels, and realistically, you should be paying me for the honor of having them in your house. Welcome to r/choosing beggars, where people will hire a hitman to come kill you if you don't give them free stuff. Can you do a logo for me? What's your budget? Taking you don't do any free ones. No chance. Batty. The person expecting free work. The classic choosing beggar. But wait, if YouTube demonetizes all of my videos and expects me to publish videos for free, does that mean YouTube is a choosing beggar? My husband and I have chickens, just a small backyard flock. We sell eggs for $5 a dozen. My husband is a student. I have a good job, but I am the lowest paid person in my department. My coworker, who is kind of a lame dude anyway, loves our eggs. He has been buying them for a couple of months. Lame dude is a highly paid executive, and his wife is even higher up the food chain in the company. They drive new cars and live in a fancy area.
It's pretty much rich homies.
This morning he comes to my desk with his egg carton. We love your eggs. My wife eats them for breakfast every morning, and my daughter says they are her favorite. Awesome. Thank you for bringing back the carton. I'll bring your eggs tomorrow. Well, we love them so much, I was wondering if we could get 2 dozen this week. Sure, I think we have that on hand. Since we have been buying eggs for a couple months, do you think we could get some for free? We really love the eggs, but we are a vegetarian family, and it helps our budget to not have to pay for extra protein.
Hey guys, I'm vegetarian. Why doesn't my work offer me free food? Because I'm vegetarian. I'm just kidding. My god, that is the stupidest excuse ever. If you're a vegetarian, you're gonna do this really weird thing, okay? You guys in my chat, if you ever watch this, you're never gonna believe this, okay? It's game breaking. I don't know if you know this, but vegetarians, you know, they won't eat meat. I don't know if you know this. I know it might be a little bit like news breaking to you. But yeah, or actually no, it's news breaking to this guy.
I will ask my husband. They are his chickens. We can see if maybe he wants to start a frequent buyers perk thing. We are really tight on budget and happy to ask him. He set the price because the money goes into feeding and care for the chickens. And I heard you talking to your husband about going to Disneyland. You should give us eggs for free if you can afford that.
Excuse. Oh, you can afford it. You can afford to give us it. Yeah, guess what? Let's go. You know what? I think my parents actually have enough money for a small house. You know what that means? If they have enough money for a small house, they should just give it to me. I mean, they have enough. Yeah, you see how stupid and spoiled that excuse is? That's so stupid. You know what? Actually, no, the government has enough money to pay for roads, so they should give me a free road to my house. Actually, also, add on to the fact that the government should actually pay for my food. Yeah, God.
Not on egg money, lol. Disney is stupid expensive. Well,
Yeah, Disney is expensive.
All our eggs for free? At least a dozen a week? Then we don't want any more. Well, that's a shame. I'm sorry you feel that way. So I turned around and dropped the egg carton in the trash. Hey, what about my free eggs? My wife
No.
won her breakfast. They sell them at the grocery store for
If you're vegetarian,
try there. I can't
then don't
even
eat
laugh
eggs.
at this word because somehow I feel like it's a metaphor for the modern economy. Hello, all of my minimum wage employees. I really need all of you to band together and take a pay cut because otherwise I won't be able to afford the next payment on my second yacht. Review 1 star. I ordered 60 or so sushi rolls because I thought they were on sale, but it turned out to be something else that was on sale. But anyways, I was also with my kids, so we were all eating sushi, and then they gave me the bill and I saw it was over $100, which I didn't have. And since me and my kids hadn't eaten 30 or so of the sushi rolls, I told the
Homie,
waitress,
if I'm not going to anything like a cheap... If I ain't going to anything... Usually I bring like... If I were you, if I go to McDonald's, I'd just bring you $20, you know what I mean? But other than that, I'd bring probably like 50 or more. It's a Chinese restaurant. They're going to be a little bit more pricey than fast food, you know, right?
give back the sushi for a refund of all the sushi we didn't eat. She refused. It should be every restaurant.
I think everybody should be refunded unless you have food that has not been consumed. That is packaged. I think, in my opinion, if you have a pack of cookies and you didn't open it and it's sealed, it is sealed, and you don't want it, you should be refunded. And if they don't take the refund, that's no problem. It's fine. Honestly, yeah.
Policy that the customer is always right. Always. So then I had to leave my kids at the restaurant and had to drive to the nearest ATM and get enough money for the bill. This is not okay. I will not be returning anytime soon. Hello, waitress. I'd like to order the sushi, but not just any sushi. Can you walk through the restaurant and find all the leftover sushi that people have been touching with their spit-covered utensils? Put all of those sushi onto one plate and give that to me?
Okay, I have seen, as a dishwasher, that is, I know he's being sarcastic. That's something you really don't want to do. Is that when I get all the people's dishes, their stuff is just messy and disgusting. You don't want to have the leftovers that you get. Seriously, from as a dishwasher.
Be great. Hey, you might not remember me. Last year, me and my friend Blank visited your shelter and she adopted Mimi with the short tail. Hey, yeah, are things going well? Do you scratch Mimi's chin for me? Yes, do you still work there? I try to help out during the weekends. Okay, I really want to buy the fluffy black cat. I saw him when we visited Mimi and I regret not taking him. His name was Leo, but I can't find him. Happy to hear you want to adopt. Leo has found his forever home, but you're welcome to come by and meet our current cats. You can find them on our website. Why don't you check them out and call us if anyone catches your eye?
Uh-oh. This is where it goes.
I want Leo. We just right here. We are already...
She's been adopted? No, I want that dog. I'm sorry, you know what? Shelters operate on one big rule. First come, first serve. The first people that go up to the dog, or cat, or pet, and get that pet, gets the pet. Regardless. Deal with it.
Talking. I'm sorry, Leo has found his forever home and no longer lives at the shelter. This is my private Instagram, so it's better if you call Blank directly. Really? Can't you just give him to me instead?
Yeah, that's stupid.
So you know it's a goal. Why can't I take Leo? I can pay, but it is too much, and since we took Mimi...
I can pay, but it's too much.
Much better to put that money on him instead of in your pockets. Sorry, I can't do that. It's a non-profit organization relying on volunteers. I can assure you that the adoption fee doesn't go into my pockets. Yeah, right. Get a real job. I'm ending this conversation right here, and I regret not getting it. So you really need to hand it over to me. And by the way, I'm not going to pay you for him because it's too expensive. So hand him over right now. I'd slam the door in their freaking face. Selling.
Here, I'm not gonna give you a dog, but would you like a shell?
$500. This is a brand new.
Honestly, I would kill for the day that I'd be able to shoot somebody with a pepper shotgun shell. It's a non-lethal shotgun ammunition that, when fired, heavily irritates whoever you shoot's face.
Rose gold MacBook that my dad bought me. He pissed me off because he got me rose gold, and I wanted the space gray version. So, to get back at him, I am selling this one for nothing and making him buy me the one I wanted.
Okay, so what's it called? I actually was gonna get a new car, and my dad introduced me. He's like, how would you want it? He wanted to get Soul Run. Instead of saying, I don't want Soul Run, what I said is that I'm like, hey, could you please buy the red one? I like Soul Run, but I'd really like the red one instead. Thank you. I said please and thank you. Plus the red one, he wanted me to get the red one anyway because I actually, what's it called? I can't remember what I was gonna say. He wanted me to have the red one because it's more noticeable. Oh, and by the way, I'm somewhat money tight. I want to be very aware of my money. So if I had something I didn't want it, at least sell it for a few dollars. Don't sell it for nothing.
First come, first serve. This is the deal of a lifetime, and I would not pass this up. Text or call for details. You have just witnessed the actual birth of an entitled parent. When this person gets older and has kids, it's stuff like this that turns them into an
Yep.
entitled parent lunatic. Hi, sweet girl. I have kind of a weird request. I wasn't able to work last week, and we are behind.
Hi. That there's no way that gets better than that. As in, like, terms of, like, it's not gonna get any less creepy than what that just happened. I need to start mining silver.
This week. Would you be willing by any chance to help me out with groceries this week? I feel really bad asking. Hi, smiley face. Actually, I have food that I'm getting rid of that I would be glad to give to you. Basically all kid friendly. I bought groceries yesterday for a friend, but she won't make it out this week, so I'd be glad to give it to you. Could you pick it up? That's great, but actually, I made a grocery list of things I want and need, if that's okay. I was hoping I could stay home with the kids and you could bring me the groceries. That would be easiest for me. Why do I get the feeling that if OP went to the grocery store, got all the groceries, paid for them, and brought them to this choosing beggar's house, the next thing she would hear is, "That's great, but I'm so tired from watching the kids. Could you please cook dinner for us?" Subject, warranty repair. Hello, we have purchased a custom desk and the switch that adjusts it does not work. Also, power supply cord is too short and won't reach our wall plug. We would like someone to come out and fix it under warranty. Hi Mavis, I do apologize. This has never happened before. Can you send me the serial number on the front right corner of the desk, please, and I'll look it up. Yes, hello. It says C equals Amiga 060. Thank you for your reply. Hi Mavis, this was constructed June 2016 and is under a different name. Our warranty is transferable between customers though, but I'm afraid it's 9 months out. I'm assuming you bought it from someone. It was made to their specs, so it might not be perfect for your arrangement. No, that won't do. The gentleman I purchased it from said it was under warranty, and I need you to repair it and lengthen the cord. I will be home between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow, and 9 a.m.
Just because I said it was under warranty doesn't mean it isn't.
Hi, Mavis. There's the logistics
Literally, what's it called? I could go buy a car, modify it, void the hell out of its warranty, and then say that what's it called? That it actually has warranty. And honestly, yeah. You shouldn't trust me on that. No.
Since it was shipped there originally. Our warranty is for 2 years, which is pretty generous. I don't know what to say other than to contact the gentleman you bought it from, or perhaps get an electrician. Yes, I am in Queens.
That's where it should be.
I need this fixed, or I will be contacting Fair Trading as you are the manufacturer and this is a faulty product. You should have a longer warranty since this is custom made and I'm assuming doesn't comply with Australian standards.
Custom made? Are you saying? Are they literally saying that the product was customized by the person in that had it? Here's the thing. Custom products can fail. They can just stop working. And by the way, every company has a garbage product or has a less good product than the others. For example, my beloved company Subaru. Subaru, their weakness is that they don't really have a good car called the Ascent. This year, their Ascent is not that good. And Jeep, even though they make really good cars, the Compass is known to be very faulty. I ate that on accident. And could use improvement.
Mavis, I think I will leave this conversation right here. You go and contact Fair Trading, and I wish you all the best. I assure you we comply with Australian and New Zealand codes. Thank you for assuming we're dodgy. No, you will not end this by acting holier than thou. You will arrange for somebody to fix this, or I will expose you to a current affair and Ray Hadley. Your mob wouldn't want that sort of attention, I'm sure. I'm actually known for being butt holier than thou, but I gave you quarter for being a lady. I won't take threats from an entitled, lopsided hairstyle. Go nuts. Send my regards to Ray. P.S. Since we're judging, I think you don't comply with Australian standards. Eat a lemon. And you are a rude, immature duty head. I assure you that you will rue your decision to turn this warranty situation into a war of insults. You will be hearing from my solicitors, and more so, enjoy your feature on a current affair. Sorry for
Solicitor.
the reply. I was ruing my decision. Please advise your solicitor to forward any legal correspondence to my solicitor, Richard_Ballsacks at tape.com. It's tragic that this employee didn't take this choosing beggar seriously. I'm sure this business is going to be absolutely ruined by this woman's mean email. The next week, I noticed our food was a little higher quality. A couple of brand name things, even a roast on Sunday with asparagus. I figured she, referring to my wife here, must have gotten some killer deals, but when I asked, she said, "Oh no, I found a bunch of money off coupons." Then she showed a few to me. They were those earn 7 cents a gallon receipts you get at the gas station.
Oh, I haven't met it. I cannot wait to open it like this.
She had gone there and dug through the garbage. She said she got about $5 worth of these receipts the first time when we needed milk, and went back the next week for more, netting about $30 total. I was speechless. I asked her how she could lower herself like that. She replied that she did it for our kids. When I asked why she didn't use her money she had saved, she said it was hers and she was saving it for something special. I am so disgusted, guys. I can't believe she did this. I don't even want to look at her. She, on the other hand, is mad at me and says I'm a butthole for being mad and for expecting her to use her saved money instead. Am I the butthole for expecting my wife not to dumpster dive? I'm with you, OP. What sort of disgusting, selfish woman would rather feed her children than protect her husband's shallow ego? Clearly, your wife and your kids.
God, man, people like I've seen people feed their kids, man. That's just so selfish. Like, why do people do that? Like, just let the kids starve. Like, imagine. Yeah, I said no one ever.
For the fact that you don't put food on the table and they get upset at them for finding ways to do
Who
it.
climbs down the ladder and doesn't just jump in?
Selfish. You still got the PS4? Yes, I do. Still have it. I also have like 14 games for it. No scratches on the
Hull
disc.
integrity
Can I
restored.
buy it for
Training systems
$10?
initiated.
What? No. It's a PS4 Pro with 14 games and 2 controllers.
Hey, what?
One-
Hold on.
Some people are
Power
so
restored. All
selfish.
primary
You still
systems
got the
online.
PS4? Yes, I do.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
Oh shoot. Where'd that come from? Good thing I have a door.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
And there we go. First save. Alright, PS4.
Still have it. I also have like 14 games for it, no scratches on the discs. Can I buy it for $10? What?
If I had a really okay, see, PS4 Pro, 14 games, no scratches. I would say 350 to 450 in my opinion.
It's a PS4 Pro with 14 games and 2 controllers. $100 is a really good deal.
Yeah, that is actually.
You won't sell it, and I'm going to send a hitman on you. If all this guy can afford is $10, then that means any hitman he hires is going to charge $9 or less. I have to wonder, how scared do you have to be of a $9 hitman? Fresh back from my own choosing beggar heck. We're looking for a coffee table, and I found one on the Facebook Marketplace marked free. Here's a condensed version of the conversation. Is the table still available? Yes, make me an offer. Okay, if it's not free, did you have a price range you were expecting to receive? I don't know. Make me an offer. People have been lowballing me all day. That's why this is still up. I can't make you an offer without having some idea of what you were expecting. I'd love to get the table for $10, but I'd never offer that if you wanted 100. I'll take 25. Perfect. I'll go to $30 if you can hold it for me to pick up. Choosing beggar gives me her address and we agree to meet. It's close to where I work, but it's pretty out of the way. I text to confirm. I'm on my way over, and I see that the listing is marked as sold. Cool, she took it down before I came. That was smart. I arrive, and the table is gone. She's standing there with an expectant look on her face. Is the table backed up? Nah, I sold it. Someone just came by. You want anything else? No, I wanted the table. We agreed on a price, and I brought cash. And I thought we agreed that the extra $5 would be to hold it. This is kind of unexpected. I drove out of my way to get it. Oh, well, I sold it. We stand there awkwardly for a few seconds, and then I turn to leave. Wait. Yeah? Can I still have the $30? I need it. What? No. Bye. I leave, and when I get back, she blocked me on Facebook Messenger and reported me as a buyer to their reporting team. Nothing happened to me, but I'm wrinkled now from how freaking obnoxious the whole ordeal was. Never had a problem with Facebook Marketplace until this went down. When this choosing beggar said, "Can I still have the $30? I need it," I feel like the only appropriate response would have been, "Can I have the coffee table? I need it." That was r/choosing beggars, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I have just passed 700k subscribers, and I am continuing my climb up to 1 million subscribers, so I hope you will help me get there.
Cyber Week is here at Tractor Supply. We've got so many deals, we turn them into an entire week of savings in stores and at tractorsupply.com.
Welcome to r/.
Am I the butthole? Let's go.
Where a creepy incel reveals that he's intentionally sabotaging his classmate to trick her into liking him.
Yeah.
Am I the butthole for putting mistakes in my shared Google document notes? I'm a 21-year-old guy, and I'm currently taking Organic Chemistry 1. Needless to say, the class is incredibly tough.
I do biology. It's pretty decent easy, but I could bet you it's.
Class with a group of friends, so to help them out, I shared the personal notes that I take in class with them via Google Documents, and I encourage them to invite anyone they know. Recently, one of my friends invited a friend of theirs. Let's call her Jess, who's 20. I've never really interacted with Jess, but I have a massive crush on her. I think she and I would make a great couple. But she's not really into sensitive, smart guys, because on her Instagram, I see all of her stories show her going out with really jock-like men. Our third exam is in a couple of days, and as I was going through the Google document, I realized that she was using my document the most. You can see who looks at or edits the document on Google Documents, and most of my other friends would pop up sometimes, but I would see her icon pop up a lot. I also know for a fact that she is not doing well in the class, so I got a really good idea. I would put subtle mistakes in the document so that she would do well in the exam. Then I can offer to tutor her. That way, I can interact with her and talk to her so that she'll realize that I have a great personality, and hopefully we can go out together. I told my friend about this plan, and they called me an incel butthole. Personally, I think they're overreacting because Jess isn't going to do well either way, even if I don't sabotage her. So
By the
my
way,
plan will
in
actually...
my opinion, a lot of people in my bio class that have went to chem have told me that they have struggled with chem, and it is actually pretty tough for them. So this guy, I can see how this guy is an
benefit
a-hole.
her grades, while also allowing me to interact with her and talk to her. I think it's a win-win for everyone. But I was wondering if my friend may have been onto something. So, am I the butthole? How do I put this? Opie, you are an incel butthole. Where do I even start? You said that you two would make a great couple, even though you are objectively not her type.
Okay, my opinion. Like what's it called? What's it called? I think you'd be a better couple if, I don't know, you interacted with her a lot more. You know, just saying.
And you said that you want to show her that you have a great personality, when the only personality
It's sabotage.
that you're actually exhibiting in this post is that you're manipulative and lying. Down in the comments, Narcoreth says it best. This cannot be real. Consider the following phrase. I like you, so I'll harm you, so I can save you, so you can view me as a hero. This is straight supervillain logic. It's like a more self-centered version of the plot to Unbreakable. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with this poster. OP, you get 2 out of 5 buttholes.
Yeah.
Everyone else gets 0 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for calling out my husband's coworker's wife for trying to flush a maxi pad down our toilet? So, I'm pretty mad about the whole ordeal. My husband's coworker and his wife are both mad at us, and I think I humiliated her, but I think her lack of common sense is what did it.
I got scared for that yellow globe. I'm like, oh wait, that's just...
for his coworkers. He gets along pretty well with most of them and enjoys hosting. A coworker's wife, Julia, goes to the hallway bathroom and comes back. I end up going in after her and notice the toilet is clogged and starting to overflow. Something large and white is stuck in the toilet. I use the plunger to unclog it, and lo and behold, it's a very large, bloody maxi pad. Julia was the last person to use the bathroom, so I come out and ask
Who
her if she
flushes
tried to
anything
flush
such as a pad down the
our
toilet?
She got embarrassed and said yes, and I told her she had to go clean up the mess she made. There was toilet water all over the floor with particles of her pad and blood everywhere.
Oh
I asked her if
God,
no one ever
Jesus.
taught her not to flush a pad. We have a large...
Anything, only thing that should flush down the toilet is human bodily fluids, and excrement, and toilet paper. If you flush things like that down, it's not going to break down. Toilet paper is fragile and it breaks really, really easily. It breaks apart easily when in contact with liquid, which is why that you flush that down instead of everything else. Hi, viewer.
It's not like she tried to flush a panty liner or something. Julia cried and her husband yelled at me. But who does that? Especially at someone else's house. My husband's 2 female coworkers came to my defense and pretty much said that it was stupid of her to do that. Julia half-ass cleaned up her mess, and her and her husband quit.
You know what? It's OP's house. I kind of see where we're going here. I'm gonna advertise 2044, the Battlefield 2044. With it not like fail.
His coworker are having a whole feud about it. Am I the butthole for calling out my husband's coworker's wife for trying to flush a maxi pad down our toilet? Okay, as a guy, I'm not super well versed in feminine hygiene products. I have like a very baseline 101 level understanding of pads and tampons. But even I, a guy who's never used a maxi pad in my life, knows not to flush a maxi pad down the toilet.
It's too large, it won't break down.
Which means they plump up and get like thick with liquid.
They absorb liquids, they're like sponges. And it becomes a squishy gel, apparently. Well, I'm thinking, if it operates off almost like a towel. And guess what? It just... yeah, that wouldn't be like a good idea. Just destroyed it.
test framed and hanging in the living room. I'm a third my wife 3 years ago. We got married 9 months ago. We have a baby boy together that she got pregnant with while we were engaged. My wife used to be and remember we're on YouTube here, an adult worker.
Oh
No
boy.
judgment on that, please. She did what she had to do to survive. My parents were always skeptical about her, and lots of times asked her if I really wanted to settle down with her. When she got pregnant, they went nuts and demanded a DNA test. They refused to attend the wedding until the DNA test was done, which was a huge problem. They ended up missing the wedding, obviously. The test was done because my wife wanted to prove a point, and eventually my parents made amends and we reconciled. They started visiting. Yesterday, they noticed the photo of the DNA test that I hang in the living room. They asked about it, and I said that it serves as a reminder for why they didn't attend the wedding. They were stunned and livid when I said that I'd tell any guest the same thing that I told them. My mom and dad were mad and asked me repeatedly to take it down, saying that I'm being too harsh on them and refusing to let go of the past, as well as embarrassing them to the
This
other
is a
family
confusing
members.
thing.
I refused to take it down, and I admit I was being sarcastic in my response when I said, it goes with the house decor. They begged, then refused to come over anymore until I removed it. My brother thinks that it's petty and childish and said that I should take it down. I should clarify that my wife doesn't mind having the photo up. She laughs about it sometimes, but she's still carrying some hurt that was caused by what happened. And second of all, no, she doesn't do that type of work anymore. It was all in the past. Is it petty? Yeah, it's petty. But is it your right to be petty in your own home and decorate your house?
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
I can almost say that they're fine.
Basically what you're doing is you're giving your parents a dose of their own
You know what?
medicine.
That's called the wife was okay with it, and the husband was okay with it, so it's their own home, and they're not harming anybody else, so I kind of see that they're fine here.
Because they publicly embarrassed your wife by implying that she's a whore, so you're publicly embarrassing them by pointing out that they're stuck-up snobs. So, you know, it's kind of tit for tat. OP, I'm giving you 0 out of 5 buttholes.
Yeah.
I'm giving your parents 2 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for making my ex a birthday cake, even though his girlfriend told me that she already ordered one? I'm an amateur baker, and I like to make cakes for people on their birthdays. My ex doesn't like sweet stuff, but our kids like helping me make a cake for him, so I normally make him one anyway just for their sakes. This year, his girlfriend planned a party for him, and she told me that she had already ordered him a cake, so I didn't need to make one. I told her that was fine, but my daughter kept asking me when we would make her dad's cake, and she was upset when I said that we wouldn't because she assumed that I didn't like my ex, and that's why I wouldn't make him one. Since the cake has always been more for the kids than for my ex, I decided to just make him a small one, since it's not like he eats cake anyway, and I don't want my kids to think I dislike their dad. I told his girlfriend beforehand that I was going to make a small cake, and she told me not to and that I couldn't bring it to the party. I told her I had to bring it to the party because that's when the kids would give him his gifts. I offered to come early and give it to him before the other guests arrived, and then they could put it away and nobody else would know about my cake. But she didn't agree with me and repeatedly told me not to bring it. I did take it with me in the end, and now she keeps complaining to mutual friends that I did it on purpose to ruin the party and calling me weird for making him a cake after I was told not to. Am I the butthole? Well, like, that's the thing, OP. You weren't really making the cake. Your kids were making the cake. You just helped because, by the sound of this story, your kids are pretty young. So, like, what kind of toxic girlfriend refuses to allow his kids to give him a gift? This is not about birthday cake, OP. This is about your ex's girlfriend trying to assert dominance over you. OP, you get 0 out of 5 buttholes. The new girlfriend gets 1 out of 5 buttholes for being pointlessly petty. Am I the butthole for telling my niece that my husband and I aren't going to her birthday party because my husband isn't welcome? I've been with my husband for 10 years. We've been married for 5 of those years. He suffered horrific trauma at the hands of his dad. His parents were married and expecting twins when his mom suffered some kind of hemorrhage and she ended up with eclampsia. My husband's mom and twin sister didn't make it, but my husband did after a period of time in the NICU. His dad told him that it was his fault that his mom and sister died.
Wow.
He had grandparents who meant the world to him and tried to shield him from his dad's anger. But when he was 8 years old, they also died. His father then blamed him? What? He spent the next 10 years hearing day after day that he was the reason everyone was dead.
Jesus,
My God.
that would
At no
be
point
awful.
Did he have another person to reassure him that it wasn't? When we met, he had just started to heal. He was away from his dad and attending therapy. He had a very big fear that what his dad said was true. He's a wonderful
Aww.
man, and my nieces and nephews adore
It's always
him.
a sweet
He
people
always
that
spoke
get
good
tortured,
with the
man.
rest of my family. In January 2020, I became pregnant, and we went for a scan where I learned that I had miscarried. As soon as my husband heard this, something inside of him broke. He started to unravel. He was in the middle of a mental health crisis. He was doing this weird concerned. My mom and sister both work at the hospital. My sister's a nurse while my mom worked in the gift store. Both of them saw my husband in his lowest moment. They saw as medical personnel were forced to intervene because he was in the middle of a breakdown, hysterical and totally out of it. He was totally broken and nothing could reach him. It was the scariest moment of my life and the worst moment of his. And my mother and sister judged him for laughing. Then, when they told the rest of the adults in my family, they also judged him. All of my family were aware of his history. He told them about it years ago. My husband ended up under the care of a psychiatrist who suggested that he needed a lot more help than therapy could provide. Instead of being understanding, my family no longer wanted him around.
Wow.
They said that a man who could laugh at his own wife's miscarriage wasn't the kind of man they wanted around the kids. I told them that I wouldn't leave him behind. My niece is turning 12 this year and is having her first big party since COVID. She called and said that she wanted us there, but she hadn't seen us on Mom's list. I told her that we wouldn't be able to come, and that I was sorry. We both were. She was upset and asked why she never saw us, why we wouldn't come to her birthday party, why we were never around. I told her that my husband wasn't welcome by the other adults in the family anymore. She apparently yelled at her parents and mine. Then, I got flack from them for telling her what I did. They said that I had no business saying that. Am I the butthole? Whoa, excuse me? You had no business saying that? Why not? Why your niece? But you're not allowed to tell your niece why? Get out of here, man. Your family is super toxic, OP. To make matters worse, these are healthcare professionals, or at least your sister is. Your mom works at the gift store. So you would think that would create in them a certain amount of empathy and understanding that people who come to hospitals typically aren't in a good mood. Typically you're in a hospital because you're having a bad day. OP, if you ask me, you're better off without your family. And I commend you for standing next to your husband during all this. If your niece's parents want a new
Ashley,
relationship with
4
your
out of 5
niece,
has
then
5 out of
I guess
5.
that's their right.
These guys are
But
dipshits.
also, it's your right to tell your niece why it's happening. OP, you get 0 out of 5 buttholes. Your behavior in this story is commendable. Your family gets 3.5 out of 5 buttholes. Except for your niece, of course, who's a victim in this as well. I'm giving her 0 out of 5 buttholes because she should yell at her parents. That was r/my the butthole. And if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Videos every single day.
Its company didn't have deep observability from Gigamon. As a result, their cloud environment was vulnerable to threats their observability couldn't see. Pants down. Don't get caught with your pants down. Get Gigamon.
My nephew's bank almost murdered my husband.
Am I the butthole where OP's husband is nearly murdered because it's just a prank, bro? Am I the butthole for kicking my nephew out of my house after he hid my husband's inhaler as a prank?
Oh, no. You're not the asshole. I have seen people. If you take away their inhaler, it's like taking life support off. Inhalers are 100% required for those people that need them. If they do not have inhalers, negative consequences can occur because of this. It is extremely bad to do that.
39, has cancer. She's a single mother for a 16-year-old son. We were asked to take him in while she gets treated so we could help him focus on studying and provide a normal routine for him. My husband has asthma. He needs his inhaler throughout the day. The thing is, my nephew is a prankster. He'd hide the inhaler as a prank and then give it back as soon as there's a panic in the house. So far, he's done it 2 times, and to him, it's just him messing around. The other day, my husband called me while I was at work, panicking, saying that his inhaler was lost. I asked if my nephew had taken it as a prank, but he doubted it since my nephew would give it back instantly after we panicked. I got home and we...
You're suffering. You need help. A break. Bro, I hate these type of people.
For hours, and eventually we had to go to the hospital. When we got back, we found it sitting on the coffee table. My husband and I looked at each other, and the next thing we knew, my nephew was giggling upstairs.
I'd shoot him with pepper shot.
I just lost it. I yelled at him, then told him no longer welcome in my home. He started panicking, and my parents called me to tell them what happened. They still said that it was a prank, and that I took things too...
Man, I have to get a drink after that. Holy shit. Dude, he only stole the inhaler that he needed to survive. It's just a prank, okay? Stop being so mean. Wow, shit people. These people all deserve to be lined up against a wall and get shot with frickin' pepper shot, you know what I mean? They deserve to get pepper sprayed, dude.
Or by kicking him out when his mom was struggling. They insisted I take him back.
No.
But I refused.
Dude, what's it called? I love pranks, okay? You wanna know what a prank is? A prank is a joke that everybody, know how I say the words, everybody laughs at. This is, like, even by my standards, I have, like, low standards. I'm pretty awful. This is degeneracy right here. This is actual degeneracy at the epitome. 5 out of 5 assholes for this dude. Undoubtedly. This guy is an idiot.
Oh, they're giving me hell about being unsupportive and making things more...
Unsupportive? He almost killed the man!
They even blame my husband for not keeping his things locked away. Am I the butthole?
No! You know, in my opinion, you're an idiot if you lock medical shit up. Like emergency stuff. Like, if you're locking up, like, Band-Aids, go ahead. Like, emergency stuff like inhalers, that's a stupid idea. No! No! You are not the asshole. You know what? These guys, they don't deserve to...
Did I make a hasty decision?
No, you didn't.
No! Why don't your parents take him in? Why? Why is this a discussion? Oh, well, you're not being supportive. Okay, well then why don't you be supportive? What is wrong with these stupid parents? Oh, it's really important that our spoiled grandkid has a stable upbringing, and it's important that you do it. Not his mother, not his grandparents, but you, the aunt. Whatever, man. You do it. And then, like, on top of all that, not having an inhaler, if you've got bad asthma, is literally life-threatening. As in, you could die. Be dead. Not alive anymore because it's just a prank, bro. Ha ha. This top comment. Not the butthole. Ha ha ha. Criminally negligent manslaughter is a funny prank, guys. Honestly, OP, I'm surprised you didn't kick him out after the second time he did it. The first time, okay, I can understand. But the second time, nah, man. We gave you a second chance. You're out of here. If my niece or nephew was literally endangering the life of my spouse, they would be gone that day. OP, you get 0 out of 5 buttholes. Your sister with cancer gets 2 out of 5 buttholes for raising a disrespectful child. The 16-year-old gets 3 out of 5 buttholes for almost killing your husband. Your grandparents also get 3 out of 5 buttholes for being lazy hypocrites. Am I the butthole for telling my wife that she was so close to getting her dream job? I'm a 33-year-old man, and my wife is 27. Since the start of our relationship, my wife has been very particular about how things get done, and she tends to believe that she knows the one true correct way for anything related to anything. She's admitted that she can be a control freak. While this bothers me, it's never been a true deal breaker in our relationship. Very often when I do just about anything, whether it be a household chore, assembling a piece of furniture, taking a picture, or writing a presentation for work, in a field where I have a master's degree and she has no formal education, she'll do this thing where she'll condescendingly say, "You were so close to getting it right," really drawing out the "so close" part. I've told her dozens of times that I prefer for her to stop because it sounds so condescending. But she insists that she's complimenting me. I do dishes and place them out.
No, nah, you're so wrong. I'm comprehending you.
So close. Next time, put them this way.
Oh, God, I hate those
So close.
type of people, man.
Angle the camera this way. I complete a project
Ugh.
for the result. You were so close. Next time, write it this way. For the last
God, that would make me so livid, man.
Hiring process for a job in our city. She works in a highly niche field and seldom finds job openings. And therefore, she was ecstatic to have the opportunity for a relatively well-paying job that she wants to do. She got to the very final stage where the company was considering 2 people. Coincidentally, the other of whom was her college roommate. Well, on Friday, she got the call telling her thanks for the application, but blah blah blah, record on file, all that jazz. My wife came to me crying. I immediately comforted her, and "You were so close," blurted out. Her head whipped up, and she asked me what I meant by that. I said she was so close to getting the job, but she was just a bit off.
Oh.
She walked out to stay at her friend's house, where she's currently sulking. She finally sent me a text calling me a huge jerk. Was I unnecessarily being a butthole here? Okay, OB, no. Okay, your wife did a... Take a picture. What's that? Is that a new iPhone? Yep, I just got the new iPhone 14 with this amazing camera.
I don't want the iPhone 14.
Get 4 iPhone 14s on us and 4 new lines for just
I don't really want an iPhone 14. I really wish I had a new iPhone. I'd take an iPhone like 10 at this point.
Pizza. A self-report here, a self-expose. If she really, truly, deep down in her heart, in her soul, believed that when she said, "Oh, sweetie, you were so close," if she believed that she were actually complimenting you, then when you said that to her, she would have said, "Oh, thank you, sweetie, that makes me feel so much better." But when her head whipped around and she was immediately upset at you, then aha, we finally see what she truly means when she says that. She actually is being condescending. She actually does think that she knows more than you do. So when you reverse it on her and use the exact same phrase on her, and she's upset about it, well, why are you upset about it, sweetie? I thought that you thought this was a compliment. Nah, OP, your wife is a condescending hypocrite. This top comment from Invisiga. Man, you were so close to being the butthole, but after everything you've endured, not the butthole. Down in the comments, I see people saying that OP does deserve a butthole score because OP is kicking his wife when she's down. But, like, here's the problem. The wife has absolutely no problem kicking OP when he's down and criticizing and condescending him at every opportunity. And OP's tried to approach this diplomatically, sweetly, and say, "Wife, I don't like it when you do this. Can you please stop?" And she continues to do it. So if he has to escalate to get the point across, then that's more on her than it is on him. So I'm giving OP 0 out of 5 buttholes here. I'm giving the wife 1.5 out of 5 buttholes. Also, OP does defend himself down in the comments and says, "I want to be completely honest, as other people are asking, that it wasn't my intention to give her a taste of her own medicine." I just heard that phrase so many times in so many different situations that it was legitimately the first thing that came to mind. And yeah, maybe OP's being honest here. Maybe he was being a little bit bitter and it kind of slipped out a little bit intentionally. But, you know, I feel like I can give him the benefit of the doubt here because if you hear a phrase over and over and over, then it's pretty natural it'll slip out that way. Am Am I the butthole for coming home early from meeting my boyfriend's parents? My boyfriend and I went to see his parents for the first time this weekend. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. We were supposed to stay Saturday and Sunday and fly back afternoon Monday, but I'm writing this on Sunday night, already back in my own bed. My boyfriend's parents greeted us at the airport and brought us home. They then proceeded to ask me if I had drugs in my bag. And I was pretty shocked because it says that. I said only
Hi, Timmy. Do you have drugs in your bag? Little cocaine,
methamphetamine.
methamphetamine.
And my boyfriend was asleep in his old room. His parents were serving dinner, and during dinner, I was asked to pay for my portion of the Thanksgiving dinner.
Jesus.
I was pretty shocked and angry.
Can you imagine? Hello, race. Welcome back Thanksgiving. You're going to be charged $10 plus tax. Also, you're going to need to leave a tip for us taking out the trash and maintenance. Also, like, bro, these parents suck.
Who does that? I have never been asked to pay for someone else's ingredient fees when a guest at their place. I didn't answer, and then confronted my boyfriend in his room and asked why I was asked to pay. He just says that it's something they ask of their friends as well. Whenever they have a barbecue, they ask people to pay their portion. Honestly, I'm shocked they even have friends. I reminded my boyfriend that he's eaten at my parents' place dozens of times, and he was never asked to pay. He claimed that if they asked, he would have paid, but they never did. Because it's rude to do that to a guest. Then his mom came and got me and escorted me to my room. I was fuming and looked for tickets home and texted my boyfriend to say that I was going home tomorrow. He called me and begged me to stay, saying that his family already don't like me for not agreeing to pay for dinner, and I'm just making it worse. I ignored him and rebooked an early flight, which was very expensive, and got a cab to the airport in the morning. I told my friends this, who had confirmed that they'd never been asked to pay for a meal while they were a guest. And if they were struggling, why did they even invite me over? Is this normal practice? Their house was pretty big, so I don't think that it was a money thing for them.
Love entwined. Exclusively at Keg.
Little Caesar's Detroit-style deep dish that's actually from Detroit, with caramelized crispy cheese edges.
Pizza. Yeah, this is peculiar, and it's kind of hard to evaluate because I don't know much about Canadian culture, so I don't know if this normal in Canadians. Do you Canadians, like, charge people for meals when they come to your house? Is that the meaning of Canadian Thanksgiving? Thanks for the $30. And, like, the absurdity, oh my god, these parents are so funny. She escorted you to your room while you were having a conversation with your boyfriend. And then after, you and your boyfriend were fighting about it, so you had to fight over the phone when you're in the same house, but in different rooms, because his parents won't let you to have a face-to-face conversation? Ugh. Okay, weirdness aside, there's a really simple way to approach this, which is the polite thing to do would have been for your boyfriend to pay for your portion of the meal. Because even if this is normal in Canada, which I doubt, your boyfriend has benefited from your family's free hospitality. So he should return that favor by covering your portion of the bill, so to speak. Like, why did he not even warn you about it? Why did he not offer to pay your share? He's just looked over at you with a mouthful of turkey, I guess, and was like, are you gonna pay or what? This story's weird. I'm starting to think that the reason why they asked you if you had any drugs in your purse wasn't because they were afraid that you were a druggie. It's because I think they wanted to have some themselves. Am I the butthole for returning my daughter's birthday cake after I discovered that my wife made changes to it? I'm a 37-year-old guy, and I have a 13-year-old daughter, Olivia, from my previous relationship. I'm currently married to my wife, who has a 16-year-old daughter named Brittany. So, Brittany is the opposite of Olivia. For example, Brittany's a social kid, but Olivia is an introvert. The list is long, but they're just complete opposites. Olivia's 13th birthday was 2 days ago. She loves chocolate, and I decided this is the flavor that I was going to go with when I contacted the bakery. However, my wife objected since Brittany absolutely hates chocolate, and she suggested we go with vanilla. I said no way because
Dude, the kid
hates vanilla, and also,
for example, what's it called? I have cousins, like my next door cousin's birthday party, and he likes to eat ice cream cake. don't argue that. I just don't eat cake. And what's it called? If I have a spouse and they order like chocolate cake, I don't really like chocolate flakes. So you know what I'm gonna do? You're not gonna believe this. I'm just gonna buy my own cake. You know what? Buy my own cake.
Birthday, so she gets to have the cake with her favorite flavor. My wife got upset and took it as I had no regard for Brittany and that we should just choose another neutral flavor instead. I shut that down and said no more discussing this because I had already decided to go with what Olivia wanted. On my
I mean, it's her
daughter's
birthday, honestly. Let her have what
I was
she
supposed to
wants.
go get the cake, but I was surprised to see my wife coming home after picking up the cake from the bakery. I looked at it and discovered that it wasn't a chocolate cake, but a vanilla cake with small pieces of chocolate on top. I got pissed.
Dude.
They got my order wrong, and I was about to contact them. But my wife said there was no mistake, and that she called the bakery the day before.
I'd be so livid.
Slight changes to the cake to please both girls. I was stunned. I lost it on her and asked why the hell she did that. She got defensive, saying that birthdays are no excuse to show favoritism, and that her daughter is watching.
Oh my god, it's her birthday! Oh my god. My parents are kind enough to go out of their way to make their birthday around around me. And guess what? They're also kind enough to go out of their way to have their birthday kind of around my sister when she has a birthday. That's fair. That's generosity. And when I celebrate my mom's birthday, I want to go on my way to like go please her. For example, she likes food that I don't like, but I'm gonna buy her food for her birthday if I ever had to.
And observing how I'm treating both girls. I told my wife off since I was the one paying, then called the bakery and explained what happened. I had the cake returned and replaced with a chocolate cake, although this one is smaller, but it was fine. My wife declined to take part in the celebration. And
What a
later, we got
bitch.
into a huge argument where she called me
What a
controlling
push
and
off.
selfish for returning the cake instead of using this opportunity to teach Olivia to compromise so everyone's happy.
Dude, I've been taught to compromise, but you shouldn't be taught to compromise on your birthday. Huh? You actually like you like chocolate? Hmm? Yeah, you little bitch, huh? How about you try vanilla instead, homie? I'm very opposite. I like what's it called? Oh my god, I forgot about this. Oh god!
That now I'm teaching Olivia to be selfish. I said, yeah, my daughter does get to act selfish on her birthday, and that she, my wife, was teaching her daughter to be entitled. This led to an even bigger argument. As of now, we're not talking. Am I the butthole for returning the cake?
No.
And not taking my wife's input into
No, respect to you. You just
Okay,
care about your
okay.
time.
So, when it's Brittany's birthday, who loves vanilla and hates chocolate, I'm certain that your wife would want to get a chocolate cake, because, obviously, if she got a vanilla cake for Brittany's birthday, then that would be spoiling her, right? And it's very important to teach Brittany the value of compromising. No, of course your wife wouldn't do that. Why? Because she's biased. She's clearly biased towards her own daughter. She expects you and Olivia to compromise. She and her daughter
Won't compromise. There you go. I love that. It's so funny. Oh, you need to compromise. People that say you need to compromise are the people that don't compromise. There you go. Like, it's simple. Cut and clean. I like how my character agrees. It just goes.
Daughter's birthday. She should be selfish on her birthday. The day's all about her because it's her birthday. That's how birthdays work. OP, I don't really understand why your wife is like choosing this hill to die on because, I mean, it's not Brittany's birthday. It's Olivia's birthday. So why is she getting so fired up about this just because her daughter doesn't get someone else's tasty birthday cake? Like, what? Red flags, OP. Like, obviously we're not really in divorce territory here, but still, these are red flags. OP, I'm giving you 0 out of 5 buttholes for standing up for your daughter, and I'm giving your wife 1.5 out of 5 buttholes. Am I the butthole for not paying for my daughter's wedding because she invited my brother and his family? I'm a 46-year-old man, and my brother is 48. When I was 20, my then girlfriend cheated with my brother. I was heartbroken.
Dude,
and
that
pissed.
sucks.
I told him that he is no longer my brother. Despite my request, my family didn't cut him off, so I told them that I will never again be in the same place as he is. If they wish to invite both of us, then they should just invite him, because I'm the one giving the ultimatum. My daughter is getting married in spring next year. In our culture, both parents pay for the wedding 50-50. Unexpectedly, my daughter sat me down and told me that she'll be inviting my cheating ex. Apparently, she's been seeing them for the last 4 years and
What a
built a relationship
scumbag.
behind my back.
My god, I have so
She
much
even wants her cousin to be
magnetite.
some kind of flower girl. I was pissed. I told her what my boundaries are, and that if my brother is invited, then I will not pay for my half of the wedding.
Honestly, you know, right in front of your eyes. Like, she literally goes to your other sibling. That would suck. I mean, like, if they were kind, not